I don't want to be the richest man in the graveyard. I want to be the person that gets to the end of the game and says, wow, that was spectacular. And if I'm blessed enough to go and play another game, then wow, thank you.
And being open to that uncertainty almost is through me thinking. If you can really be open, then by definition, are you kind of in through me? If you're just...
Learning to live in the space of a question. But it's not throwing everything, the dice up in the air and praying that it'll land on double six.
Okay.
Yeah, that's again, that doesn't work.
Fourth stage to wrap this up.
ASME.
ASME.
ASME is essentially unity consciousness. It's where I see myself as you, as the studio, as somebody else, as the physical and the matter, everything. And at that stage of awareness, the illusion of separateness is taken away. Now, we all know that we're connected. Now, there's a good friend of mine putting a film together right now called The Connected Universe, and he's some of the smartest minds on the planet that are unifying the works of Max Planck, of Albert Einstein, that really show that we're a microcosm of a macrocosm of connection. And one of the best ways I could probably share as a metaphor with that, I mean, if we go and say, right, imagine, let's take a slug in a garden. Let's call him Simon the Slug. If you say to people, what's Simon's role in life? For most people chunking up, it'll be to leave slimy trails and munch lettuce. It's pretty much it from our perspective. I'm sure it plays a valuable part in the ecosystem, but for now, let's just say that's Simon's game. Now, if you take an ant, let's call him Anthony. Ant looks at the slug. Slug. What a boring life. Slimy trails and lettuce. Now, an ant, that's where you want to be. Colony, hierarchy, specific job description, communication, teamwork. I mean, wow. An ant versus slug, I drew the straw. Wow. Now, the slug has no conceptual understanding of the inner workings of an ant colony. Why? Its base isn't big enough. So the ant, our friend Anthony, crawls over this thing, which is turns out to be the toe of a hen. Let's call her Henrietta. Lighten it up. Henrietta looks down at the ant and says, ant. What a life. Working for a queen you've never met, communicating by pheromones, doing stuff under orders, no freedom, specific role like an autonomon, ant. Now a hen, that's where it's at. I can strut around, I can peck, I can do whatever I want. I've got total freedom, I'm not serving anybody. Now the ant has no conceptual understanding of the life of a hen. Why? Its base isn't big enough. Now the hen has no conceptual understanding of the fact that it's in a poultry farm. Base isn't big enough. But every single level looks at the level beneath it and thinks it's at the top. Why are we different? We know there's questions we can't answer. When an ant experiences rain, it has its own way of reconciling that, but it can't possibly understand precipitation and air pressure. A hen can't conceptualize why it's in a nice, warm, heated little wooden hut and how it got there. We have no conceptual understanding of how we got here. Now, I'm not suggesting we're in a poultry farm. But, for many people, the illusion of separateness, if we chunk up, because if you take one of the biggest challenges in the world today, which is divisiveness, it is the illusion of separation. If we go to the body, white blood cell, red blood cell, both born at different times, both have different jobs to do. You take you and I, although we're similar colors now, but we weren't last time. Both born at different times, different lifestyle, different lives, different jobs, different everything. Two of those blood cells meet in the artery. They'll have a completely different sense of separation about themselves. Now chunk up to a higher level of awareness and we don't throw a funeral every time a blood cell dies. But what if you and I are just blood cells in the universal body of consciousness? Is that a possibility? Would it upset people if it was? I don't care how you reconcile some of the bigger questions, but the more you think that we're separated, the more stressed you're going to be. That's my opinion. So ASME tends to tie in a level of unity consciousness that is hard to experience. And what's the ultimate answer? I have no idea. I told you the truth of the capital T is we don't know the truth. Why? Because our base isn't big enough. Don't sign up for the class.
And do you get to ASME Can you get yourself to ASME sometimes? Can you do it more the older you get? Can you get into ASME? To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.